Hey, what's going on, Z Nation? Zaid here on ZLN. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Golden State Warriors in preseason. That's right. Okay. Regardless of what the results was, guys, let's all remember this is the preseason. So it doesn't count towards our record or anything. This is just basically a practice run to see how our players play. So just want to put that out there for those of you who are frustrated the Lakers lost against the Golden State Warriors. But let's just keep that in mind. It is the preseason. We're seeing how the players play and how they perform. And overall, really, guys, the Lakers at the same time were without LeBron James, without Austin Reaves. And, that was the reason why the Lakers, did not win tonight against the Golden State Warriors in the debut of preseason of the season. And yeah, guys, I mean, that's just the reality of the circumstances of how the Lakers lost tonight. But either way, it is preseason. Lakers will learn some of their mistakes that they were made against the Golden State Warriors, and further, results. It's just a reality. And without further ado, guys, let's just get right into the Lakers results of tonight and how things went well for our new guys and just some of the players that we have when it comes down to Anthony Davis and D'Lo, stepping up in tonight's game against the Golden State Warriors. But before anything, like always, I always do this. Before, like always, guys, please be sure to, like this live stream. And of course, follow me all across social media, Facebook, X, Instagram, Threads, all the great social media sites out there. Please show me the love and support there for ZLN. And of course, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and of course, just comment down below. Please give me your thoughts about the Lakers and their loss tonight in preseason. I'm still going to keep on saying it. It's preseason, so don't overreact. Don't panic. I just saw a comment from Rabbit. Welcome back, man. I mean, it's been a while. Obviously it's not something that we expect to be back for Lakers basketball, to be talking about the Lakers loss, but this is preseason, so nothing to panic about. I don't think we should panic whatsoever. I mean, the laugh emojis is it's obvious. It is nothing to be panic about, Lakers fans. Nothing to be panic about whatsoever. This is just a practice run, okay, for at least 2 weeks. So 2 weeks of preseason for Lakers, the new Lakers, and the rest of the crew to obviously, learn how to play well with each other and, just how well mesh well together. So with that being said, I mean, nothing to really panic about when it comes down to it. But welcome back, Rabbit. I really appreciate you joining back. It's been a while. Obviously, it was a long off season, but now more than ever, the ZLN Lakers post game show is returning once the regular season begins. And even now, I'll be obviously going live every preseason to talk about the Lakers and some of the new Lakers as well, when it comes down to their performances and how they play with the Lakers, especially with our star players. And even though LeBron and Austin Reaves weren't out there tonight, it is not anything too surprising there. And I'm not honestly going to expect to see LeBron in any preseason game. I mean, it'll be surprising if he does, but yeah, I mean, that's just the reality of the circumstances of a guy who's going into his 21st season in the NBA. So really good accomplishment there for LeBron. And, Austin Reaves, according to the reports, he's not going to play in the preseason, or maybe he'll play in a couple. There's some expectations of that. But I think for a reason he didn't play tonight is because, because he played overseas. I mean, he played in the FIFA World Cup, and obviously he showed how he is capable of playing, especially in after getting signed by the Los Angeles Lakers over the summer. So, regardless, we already know how Austin Reaves plays. So it's just a matter of time until once he gets back on the floor along with LeBron and seeing a healthy 100% Lakers team going into the this upcoming season. It's just a lot of expectations and a lot of fun to watch. So we can't wait to see all of them, how they will play together. But let's talk about this Lakers team and how they played tonight against the Golden State Warriors. I'll talk about Cam Reddish's injury in just a bit. But other than that, let's just talk about, how this Lakers team played tonight against the Golden State Warriors. So as you can see, the results of the game, the Lakers lost against the Golden State Warriors 108 to 125. Once again, it's the preseason, so we should not overreact. But when you look at the scoring from our players tonight, obviously Anthony Davis and Rui, and also, well, let me start from there. Anthony Davis showed up out there tonight. Obviously, when it comes down to his scoring, had 15 points out there tonight to have 5 rebounds. And also he shot very well. I mean, it doesn't show it on here, but when you look at the Lakers overall stat line, as you can see here, the Lakers shot they shot 39% from the three compared to the Golden State Warriors 36% from the three. So that kind of tells you that the Lakers and their shooting efforts is really impressive when it comes down to it. I mean, not impressive to the point. I mean, it's preseason, so we could see better shooting efforts from other players that did not, step up out there tonight. So when it comes to their shooting efforts and how well they can shoot, but having going 15 to 38 compared to the Golden State Warriors, I mean, that just tells you right there that the shooting is going to be very important for the Lakers going to this upcoming season. And, it's just something that we're going to be watching for sure. But, for them to have a better shooting night than the Golden State Warriors, I mean, that's impressive right there. Field goal, obviously you can see there, the Lakers shot 41% from the field compared to the Golden State Warriors 47. So they were really good when it came down to that particular area. The free throws obviously the Lakers shot around 55% from the free throw line compared to the Golden State Warriors 64. And then, when you look at the rebounding, obviously the Golden State Warriors out rebounded the Lakers with 50 to 36 defensive rebounds and they were pretty even with offensive rebounds, but overall 60% total of rebounds compared to the Lakers 46. Then when you look at the assists wise, it goes to the Golden State Warriors with 27 to 21. Blocks with 1, lacking the Lakers with 8 to 7. Then the steals kind of even there, with off of 1 with 11 steals for the Golden State Warriors to the Lakers 10. And then the turnovers goes to the Golden State Warriors. They had 19 to the Lakers 17. I mean, it's not anything to brag about, but, it is what it is there. But when it comes down to the fouls, they were pretty even there. But other than that, I mean, just want to look at some other stat lines, individually when it comes to the players out there tonight. Obviously, when you look at, what you can see in front of you, I'll read off of my phone the details of how well the Lakers played players-wise. Obviously, Anthony Davis showed up for the Lakers, played for 12 minutes, had 15 points, went 6 of 11 from the field, shot 2 of 3 from the three. So, his shooting efforts is being recognized in this game tonight against the Golden State Warriors in preseason, which kind of tells you that, I think what I've been hearing from certain reports out there is that, Anthony Davis is practicing on his shooting. And, that's what he's been doing. And some people are saying that he may be returning to his, 2019 version of Anthony Davis. I mean, I hope so, because that's when we won the championship with this guy. So in that particular year, in his first year with the Lakers. So if that comes to fruition, it will be great to watch. And, hopefully his shooting for a big guy can be a huge factor for the Lakers going to this upcoming season. But just a great night for Anthony Davis. Solid night. He had 5 rebounds out there tonight. He did surprisingly, didn't show up well defensively, but offensively is where it was for Anthony Davis out there tonight. So great job on his part for stepping up, even though this game didn't really mean anything. It was all about the players' performances in this game tonight, and it's going to be that way for the next 2 weeks. So just expect that to be the factor, not the wins and losses for preseason. Just want to put that out there. Then obviously when you look at D'Angelo Russell, who was the second guy that really stepped up to the plate for the Lakers. I'll get to Max Christie in just a bit, who also had a great night on his part. But when you look at the numbers that he put up, obviously similar numbers to what he put up for Anthony Davis. He had 15 points, went 6 of 10 from the field, shot 2 of 3 from the 3. So obviously D'Angelo Russell's shooting is going to be a big part for the regular season. We also witnessed that in the regular season last season when we traded for him after the trade deadline. He's been a big help for the Lakers after the trade, averaging around 17 to 20 points a game. And, when it comes down to his shooting, obviously he was, giving us like around 37, 38% from the 3. So expect that from D'Angelo Russell for sure when it comes down to this upcoming season, and his shooting efforts going to be a big part of this Lakers success if he does drain them in. So, obviously he had a good shooting night, had 1 rebound and 5 assists, and had 1 steal, 1 block. So great job for D'Lo on his efforts out there tonight. Then Rui Hachimura, obviously starting for the Los Angeles Lakers, and let's all be aware, he is really going to be very looked at from all Lakers fans, and including from the coaches when it comes down to his him being a candidate for the starting lineup along with LeBron and Anthony Davis in the front court. So expect a lot of watch and a lot of interest from this guy when it comes down to how he plays throughout the preseason. But it already seems, and if you guys check my last video that I uploaded, there's some indication that Coach Darvin Ham already knows who's going to get that 5th starter role on the Lakers starting lineup. So it could be Rui Hachimura, when it comes down to it, because he's in that conversation. Jared Vanderbilt is in the mix as well, and we'll talk about his performance out there tonight. But he's also on that list, and Taurean Prince was being very considered for the potential starter role. But I didn't really see how he played, but obviously I'll get to him in just a bit. And I just saw his stats right now; it did not go well. But he's in that conversation, and also Christian Wood. So consider him in the conversation as well. But when you look at Rui Hachimura's and his performance out there tonight, obviously he put up 12 points out there tonight, went 5 of 12 from the field, shot 1 3 out there, to one of 2 from the 3, and had 7 rebounds out there tonight. And I think he led the Lakers in rebounding. I think, both him and Jared Vanderbilt when it comes down to rebounding out there tonight. And he had 7 rebounds out there, had 1 assist and 1 block out there tonight. So a solid night for Rui Hachimura in that particular area and instance out there tonight. Then you have Gabe Vincent, which surprisingly, I did not expect him to be part of this starting lineup, especially in preseason. I thought, more than anything, he's going to work with the second unit. But I don't know, Darvin Ham wanted to, I guess, experiment with the starting lineup due to LeBron and Austin Reaves being out. But, maybe that's the type of lineup that we could see if somehow Austin Reaves or LeBron is not playing, in any sort of regular season games. So this could be the lineup, but you never know. Things may change. But, Gabe Vincent in his debut as a Laker, obviously put up some decent numbers. Had 7 points out there tonight. Went 2 of 4 from the three, 2 of 6 from the field. Had 1 rebound and 4 assists for the Los Angeles Lakers out there tonight. Had 1 steal out there as well. So he had a solid night. I mean, it's this preseason. We still need to see more out of our new guys for sure when it comes down to it. But, when you look at the expectations and the excitement, it is going to be very exciting to see our new guys and what they can bring to the table for sure. And Gabe Vincent, there's a lot of promise in him for sure. So really can't wait to see what he's all about throughout this preseason and obviously go into this regular season. Really can't wait. And it's really cool. It's cool to see him in the Lakers uniform. That's all I really have to say. Then Jared Vanderbilt put up 6 points out there tonight. Obviously shot some threes of his own. So lots of looks there when it comes to a guy who obviously been practicing, this offseason with his shooting, being coached by Phil Handy over the summer. So that's obviously is going to play a big role of how well he produces throughout the regular season. The preseason more than anything. So we're going to see a lot from him and a lot of looks for him for sure, especially his shooting. So that's going to be a big part of how he plays in the regular season as well when it comes down to a guy who does know how to defend. There's no question about that. But when it comes down to his shooting, that's been lacking him since last season. And obviously we're going to see more out of him for sure on the shooting efforts once we reach the regular season for sure. But had 7 rebounds and had, I believe, 1 steal out there tonight. So a solid effort for, Jared Vanderbilt. He's in that running for the potential starting role along with Rui Hachimura. So it's very interesting to see both guys being in the starting lineup, so that we kind of have a better idea now of what the mindset of what Darvin Ham is looking at for the potential battle for that 5th starter role. So, expect more looks from both guys, along with, Taurean Prince, and you can make the argument, with Christian Wood, but, I think more than likely he's going to be coming off the bench for sure. But let's talk about the other guy who really stepped up for the Lakers off the bench as well. Alex Christie. No, not Alex. Max Christie, excuse me. Who also put up 15 points out there tonight. Had 24 played for 24 minutes. Excuse me. My apologies. But it was just a great effort on his part. Obviously, he is playing a big role on the team as well for a guy who elevated his role compared to last season. So he's going to be for sure like the 7th, man coming off the bench, or maybe the 6th man, the way that he was playing tonight. Had 15 points, went 6 of 10 from the field, also shooting some threes of his own. So, that's going to be a huge help for the Lakers, especially coming off the bench. And continues to show his defensive effort for sure. So really great to see how he has been producing, especially how he was playing during summer league. We even noticed that he doesn't deserve to be in summer league because how well he played in the in summer league. So that tells you right there that he's going to get a lot of opportunities in preseason, a lot of looks, and a lot of just expectations to what we all expect him to be. So in his second year with the Los Angeles Lakers. So, just really great to see how well he played. And, he had a solid night for sure. So great job for Max Christie. Christian Wood in his debut with the Los Angeles Lakers, same with Gabe Vincent, put up some decent numbers out there tonight. Decent numbers. It's not anything to really brag about. This is preseason, so obviously he did not put a lot of effort out there. So, he put up 5 points out there and had 4 rebounds, 1 block, and 1 steal out there tonight. So it's just a good opportunity for him to just get his bearings in, learn how to play with the players that's around him, and especially with Anthony Davis. We saw even one point that he was in a lineup at one point with Anthony Davis alongside him. So you know it's still too early to tell, but we just have to see more effort on his part when it comes to well, I don't want to put too much pressure because it is the preseason. This is only one game, but you know the expectation is that he is an offensive guy. He can shoot, he can score. So just for him to put up 5 points, it's a bit questionable. But at the same time, let's all not overreact because it is the preseason. It's the first game of Lakers basketball. So since last year, so just want to put that out there. But that's Christian Wood for you. Other than that, Jalen Hood-Schifino, the rookie, putting up some numbers of his own, and putting up some solid numbers for a rookie. Putting up 7 points out there, had 6 rebounds. 6 rebounds. Very impressive. I think he was like the second best rebounder out there tonight for the Los Angeles Lakers to Rui Hachimura, who had and Jerry Vanderbilt, who had 7. So he was like the second best rebounder out there tonight. So great job on his defensive effort out there tonight. And when you look at the rest of the rookies from Maxwell Lewis, who had 5 points out there tonight, had 1 assist out there, and had 1 3 out there. So that's his shooting is going to be a big help. Throughout his career and, moving forward as a Los Angeles Lakers. So this is just good on his part when it comes to a guy who can be a reliable shooter down the line. But, this is his rookie year. Obviously, he needs to learn how to develop along with Jalen Hood-Schifino. So it's just something that we could expect from these guys to show up a couple of games here and there and show what they're made of. So, but great night for our rookies, and also we saw a bit of effort from on our undrafted players who also had a great night for their own, especially Demoy Hodge, who had 8 points as a rookie, put up went 2 of 6 from the 3, had 2 rebounds and 1 steal, 1 block out there tonight. So he had a great night for his debut as a Laker, along with what's his name, Colin Castleton, who had 3 points out there, and Alex Fudge, who had 2 points. But these guys are on a 2-way contract, so obviously we're going to see more out of them with the South Bay Lakers, more with the Los Angeles Lakers on their regular rosters. So this is just preseason. This is just natural for our undrafted 2-way players to be playing preseason games. So, but we're not going to see a lot from them when it comes down to being on the regular roster if injuries do occur. So, just expect that. And speaking of injuries, we saw the results of how Cam Reddish played out there tonight. He had played for 18 minutes, had 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and he only had 1 point out there tonight. And, it's unfortunate for how things ended for him. He did suffer an ankle injury. I just want to pull up Twitter just real quick. My apologies. I can't pull it up on here because I don't have the page in front of me, but I can read it off from the reports of what some of the reporters have been talking about. This is from Mike Trudell of Lakers Reporter, from Lakers Report. Cam Reddish looked to have turned an ankle before the Lakers took an injury timeout. He's heading to the locker room with the training staff, and they're not saying how serious his ankle strain is, but maybe it's not a strain. Maybe it's just he tweaked it or something. It's not anything maybe too serious, but we will have a much better idea, how serious his injury is once we know maybe, the next day. But it's just sort of remains to be seen. Maybe they'll announce it as we are, you know, looking as I'm looking through Twitter right now, or X, excuse me. So, um, but hopefully, he stays healthy, maybe, and hopefully his injury is not to anything too serious. And hopefully a speedy recovery for Cam Reddish, because he has a lot of promise. There's a lot of expectation from this guy, joining the Lakers and having being part of the rotation heading into this upcoming season. But we just have to see how serious his injury is. Hopefully, it's not anything too serious. So we just have to wait and see about that, and hopefully he is back with us um, very soon. But overall, when you look at the rest of the Lakers, uh, you know, uh, Jackson Hayes played for 15 minutes out there tonight, had 2 rebounds, and I believe he also had 3 assists and put up 5 points out there for the Los Angeles Lakers. Just want to read more details of his playing out there. He had a solid night. I mean, we saw a bit of a time where he was teaming up with not with Anthony Davis at times. He was more of the backup for Anthony Davis at the center position. So, there's a lot of promise in this guy, especially from the higher ups, from Rob Pelinka, raving about this guy, being the the next Dwight Howard of 2020. That's a lot of expectations there when it comes down to it. But we will see more out of him for sure going into this preseason, and it's obviously speaks for all of the Lakers roster. There's a lot of expectation for all of them to show what they're made of, and could they step up to the plate and handle their own roles. Torian Prince, put up their 12 minutes out there tonight, had 2 points out there. So not the best night. He even got fouled out in a preseason. So that's not something that we could expect from a guy who's trying to prove himself. Obviously took less than he expected in free agency, but obviously he's trying to build his brand and build his market for next season, because he's for sure wanting to get paid. But this is preseason. This is preseason, so we should not overreact from all of our players who have been playing in just one game of the preseason. So uh, the only way we will panic, or what Rabbit said, I can honestly say, guys, this is something that we should not overreact to when it comes down to it, for sure. So yeah, I mean, guys, that's what we have to talk about when it comes to the Lakers in this preseason game loss against the Golden State Warriors. And just reading more here from Rabbit. Really appreciate you writing here. We handled Golden State when it mattered. This is chemistry building and familiarity for each other on the court. Absolutely, and I've been talking about that throughout this video or this live stream. When it comes down to it, I mean, this is something to be expected. Okay, this is going to take a while. I mean, this is something that most teams in the NBA have to, because when you have new players teaming up with certain with other players, they need to build that chemistry, they need to build that relationship, and just some familiarity of how they can mash well together. So this is something that's always been normal. This is normal type of performances, when it comes down to one game of the preseason. So this is not anything to overreact about, nothing to panic about. So this is obviously something that is just an experiment, and for us to witness, and hopefully team chemistry builds familiarity, and hopefully it works out at the end when it comes down to it. So, and I really appreciate your comment there, Rabbit. I really appreciate it. I mean, I'm just going to leave that comment up for those of you who are joining and seeing that and feeling discouraged. don't feel discouraged because this is the regular season. So, excuse me, the preseason. So this is not anything to overreact about. But overall, guys, when it comes down to it, I am excited. I'm excited. Lakers basketball has finally returned to the NBA, and in the matter of preseason. So this is something that we should be excited about, seeing new faces joining the Lakers and seeing how well they play, from Gabe Vincent and from Jackson Hayes. All the guys out there tonight. So this is just something that we should obviously be very excited about, and how this Lakers team is looking. And at the same time, we should also really look into the matter of the starting lineup, especially for that fifth role on the Lakers roster. Who will be getting it? It sort of remains to be seen at this particular moment. I mean, is it going to go to Rui Hachimura? Is it going to go to Jared Vanderbilt? Uh, you know, uh, Christian Wood, or maybe Torian Prince. Those are the top four guys that are in the consideration for that fifth starter role on the Lakers starting lineup. So, but knowing Darvin Ham, I think he already knows who's going to be getting that role. And I think we also know that. I mean, I personally think it's going to go to Rui Hachimura. It's just how well he played out there tonight. He had a solid night compared to the rest. So, when it comes down to rebounding and, scoring, putting up threes, it's just something that you obviously need to pair that type of skill set along with LeBron and Anthony Davis and just the rest of the crew. So, I think personally it's going to go to Rui Hachimura, but things may change. Some people may think it's going to go to Jared Vanderbilt, maybe Christian Wood, or it could go to Torian Prince, which he had a bad night, but it's not anything to really panic about, because this is a guy who can obviously bring a lot of shooting and a lot of defensive effort, especially for a guy that's can really do so coming off the bench. So just expect that potentially happening for sure for the Lakers. When it comes down to the preseason, who will be potentially be getting that particular role. So that's something that I'm really going to be really looking forward to and keeping my eye on. Who's having the better performances in preseason. So once we have an idea, I think we can honestly officially announce who is the complete starting lineup heading into this upcoming season. We already know who the four are, but when you look at who's that fifth, still a question mark. But I think we all know in our soul, we already know that it is going to be Rui Hachimura, in my opinion, that's going to be getting that starting lineup role for sure. So, yeah, guys. I mean, other than that, I mean, I am excited. I'm really excited for this Lakers team and how well they're going to be, putting up some big numbers and, just obviously, showing their efforts, in this preseason, and obviously bringing that to the regular season and being a threat for the Western Conference and the NBA in general. So, and I think I saw like a notification of some sort of polling that, they're already predicting that the Lakers will, win the eighth spot in the Western Conference, which that's a bit low. I think the Lakers at least can get either the fourth seed, maybe the fifth seed at best. But if the Lakers live up to expectations, and their goal is to go further than the Western Conference Finals, then we could see the Lakers getting the second seed, or potentially the third seed. But it just sort of remains to be seen about that. But and it's so early to tell. It's so early to tell for sure. So it's really important that we just not overreact over one game in preseason. And I know I'm on a loop for saying all that. I mean, I don't know how many times I said it's preseason, but it is preseason, so it is what it is. But other than that, guys, I mean, a lot of excitement. I'm glad Lakers basketball is finally back. During the off season, I had nothing to do. I obviously worked, just I don't know, at school. But other than that, it's just I really miss Lakers basketball, and I'm finally excited to watch Lakers basketball again. And I think I speak for all Laker fans when I say that. So, and especially seeing our new guys who we raved about in the offseason when it comes down to the fit. That's going to obviously be a big watch for sure. So really looking forward to seeing, guys like Gabe Vincent, like, you know, Jackson Hayes, Christian Wood, Torian Prince, all those guys. I mean, they are going to be very watched from our Laker fans and, just Lakers Nation in general. So, um, they're going to be guys that are going to be watched for sure. The fifth starter role on the Lakers starting lineup is going to be watched for sure. My eye for sure is going to be on Rui Hachimura because I think he's going to get that role on the Lakers roster for sure. So, on the Lakers starting lineup, for sure. So, but things may surprise me. Darvin may announce that it's going to be Jared Vanderbilt or maybe Torian Prince, or maybe Christian Wood. You never know. So, but if you guys haven't yet, go check out my last video that I uploaded. I gave you guys a bit of a details and thoughts about it, and I even mentioned that it's going to be Rui Hachimura that's going to get the starting role on the Lakers roster to pair up with LeBron, Anthony Davis, D'Lo, and Austin Reaves. So, because we already know who are the four guys that's in the starting lineup. I mean, it's already been announced, and it's been predicted. So, so we already know about that, but still a bit of question mark for that fifth starter role. But it's going to go to Rui Hachimura for sure. And I just saw a comment here from Rabbit. Welcome back to you and the Lakers. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I'm very excited to see what this Lakers team is all about with this new faces, as I mentioned, and just expectations. I mean, last season we were eliminated by the Denver Nuggets, the reigning champs. We got swept, unfortunately, but it is what it is. But there's some vengeance for sure on opening night once we face them in the regular season and opening night. So, and Anthony Davis in his presser in media day gave me a lot of excitement and a lot of energy for sure when it comes to the excitement that we're going to see from this Lakers team facing off the reigning champs in the at the opener. So, but it's all a team effort, and we just have to see who will step up in what certain roles. That's why preseason is so important to watch because it gives us a better idea what certain players will get certain roles on the team, certain backup roles, and certain lineups that could be in play if LeBron and Anthony Davis are sitting out. So who will be getting certain minutes. So we have a much better idea for sure. And, I hope all of you watch the preseason, watch preseason games. Even though wins and losses don't count, it does count when it comes to how well the players play in the in preseason and what certain players show out and show their efforts. And that's something that I'm going to be really looking at when it comes down to it. And yeah, it's just very exciting time to be a Los Angeles Laker fan. And, I speak for all Laker fans when I say, I'm glad Lakers basketball is back. I've been missing it and I'm glad it's back. So, and once again, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. And for those of you who haven't yet, please follow me all across social media: Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, TikTok, all those social media sites. I'll leave the links to those in the description of this live stream so you guys can check out my social media sites. It also, if you just click on my channel, you will see them on the right-hand side, my social media sites. And I don't know if you can tell, but there's the TV right there. I'm displaying my channel right there. So if you guys see the cover, my no no the banner, excuse me, it shows all social media sites that ZLN is on. So if you guys check them out, I am. That's on my social media sites, especially on Facebook. We're also growing very well on Facebook. We have about like 7,000 likes on Facebook. So that's good news there. And I should be going live. Yeah, I think I should go live on Facebook. I really think there's a huge audience there. Even though this platform, I think it's StreamYard. For unfortunately, I don't have the. I'm using the free one. I don't pay the premium. So if I could, I would, so I can go live on multiple social media sites. So, but I think very soon, I think I'm going to go live on Facebook in the second preseason game. So if you guys want to join me there, please do so just by liking my page on Facebook. So please do so. I really appreciate it. And and of course, just follow me all across social media. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you'll be in the know for any news, rumors, updates, speculations about the Los Angeles Lakers, and more than ever, the return of ZLN post-game show. So it's returning once again on this channel. So just show me the love, support there. I really appreciate it, and I will be going live every single Lakers games, especially in post game shows. So stay tuned for all of that. I really appreciate it. And once again, thank you all for joining me on this live stream. And I'll see you all in the next live stream and the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Go Lakers. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe out there.